Welcome back, Laura farmers. We're back on the farm. It's gonna be a great day. I got a new farm truck. You guys are gonna love it. Okay, it's a little better than, more farm than my last farm truck. 1981, custom deluxe Chevy C20. A real dope montage. Cue the dope montage of the old Chevy truck. Here's the story behind this thing. One owner, it's been in my wife's family, well, two owners. It was the mom, and then the mom gave it to her son, and that son is my wife's stepdad. So been in their family its whole life. 4-ish years ago, back when these things were pretty hot or getting pretty hot, I traded a 2010 Silverado crew cab 2-wheel drive. Pretty low miles, had an R title, but it was 2-wheel drive, and so I traded that for this. And then I forgot about it, and it just sat in Tennessee and it sat in Georgia for a long time. Although a couple years ago, I was like, hey, let's get that thing running. I sent it to a shop. All this is happening while I'm not even seeing it. I sent it to a shop. They put, as far as I remember, they put a radiator in it. They put a fuel tank in it, and they maybe put a new carb on it, but they got it running pretty good. So I picked it up. I'll show the picture. We towed it from Georgia, from like South Georgia, up to center city, Memphis, with my wife's Suburban. And check it out. Look, it's awesome. It's what I love about it is it was a Georgia truck. So other than like that, I mean it's solid. It's a pretty rust-free truck, which that was a big problem with a lot of these things. So we put a battery. So it hasn't fired up in years. We put a battery in it. Also, when did batteries get so expensive? I was like, battery, $80. Maybe I'll buy the nicest one. I'll go $90. This was $260 for a battery. So we got a battery in it. We poured some fuel down the car, fired up. Now it's running off the fuel in there. We had to put some fuel in it, 'cause I think they put it looks like a brand new fuel tank. So I think they put a new fuel tank in it, and it was just empty. And then I go to take it off my trailer the other day, and it fires up. I'm trying to back it up, and it wasn't going any. The transmission was shifting, but it's not doing anything. So here's my theory. When they put the new radiator in it, I'm assuming, yeah, okay. So it's got coolant lines for the transmission. I'm assuming they lost a bunch of transmission fluid at that point, and maybe that's why it's not firing up. That's what I'm hoping. I'm really hoping that, because I mean, it ran before. Like it's a turbo 300 engine. No, it's a turbo 300 transmission. The engine was actually pulled out of a bus. It's just a 350. I don't know what they were putting in buses. I guess probably 2-bolt, not 4-bolt. I think they put the 4-bolts in their performance cars, and they put the 2-bolts in the trucks. So but it's got headers on it. If you look down there, it's got headers on it. I think it was all tuned up, the wires and the distributor. Here's the problem. So it's ready to go pretty much, except for these tires are shot. The problem is these wheels. These wheels are 16.5, which are if I try to buy tires for a 16.5 inch wheel, they're $600 a piece. So you might as well go to a 15 or a 16 inch wheel, and then you can get reasonably priced tires for the rest of the life of the vehicle. So we gotta find some. Also, this seat is pretty torn up. Also, it's got a lot of junk in it. There's anytime a truck sits out, if you have a truck sitting out for long enough in a yard or a field, it eventually becomes the trash can. So we're gonna dig through this stuff. Actually, this is my son's. This is my boy's basketball. I don't know how this ended up in here. All right, here's the big question. Does the tailgate work? That works great. It's not gasoline anymore. It's just. All right, so we're gonna clean all this stuff up. Then I got transmission fluid to put in there. Then let's see if we get this thing running. Then let's try to track down that seat and some wheels so we can get this thing road worthy. So I showed it to my father-in-law. He hasn't seen it in a couple years. At this point, the truck is mine. I've owned this truck for a long time. He walks in here, opens the door, reaches behind the seat, and finds like the only thing that's possibly valuable in this whole thing, and it's a high magazine clip for his Glock. And I was like, man, I could have used that for my Glock. What's this? There's some stuff in there. There's interesting stuff in here. So let's find something. There's gotta be something good in here. That's trash. Trash. And here's the thing. There's a time when these trucks just had no value. No one cared about them. You buy them for a couple $100. This truck, rusted out, awful, would still bring $3,000. This truck, like with no rust, the way it is, or very low, you know. I know you're like, Sean, I see some rust. Trust me, this is this is pretty much as like not rust as it gets. This truck could bring some pretty decent money. And maybe depending on what I decide to do with it, I kind of like it as a farm truck, but maybe we'll let it go. We'll send it to auction. It's actually not a bad idea. These things, I don't know if they're original or not, but they're not bad looking. These might be worth something. We got 5 of them. Dang. Aluminum pipe. Every farmer needs a pipe. There's a bed down here somewhere. There we go. They're not. Alright, so I know it doesn't look like it, but we got the bed. That's the bed being cleaned out. Let's see what fun stuff is in here. I have a very large belt. This is cut. What am I gonna do with this? Check it out. Old cell phone. Boost mobile cell phone. Sprint cell phone. Hammer. Gotta keep that hammer. Bam. I had this exact cell phone. I'm gonna try to get one of these activated. Oh, deer lure. It's probably deer pee. What do you guys think? Comment below. Should I keep it? Should I keep this truck, or should I just? Man, this thing could do $4,000 or $5,000 at the auction, because it runs really good. If we can get the transmission working, this thing could bring some really good money, and then we can use that to buy an old farm truck or whatever we want. Man, I thought these opened up more than that. And does the toolbox in the back add or detract value from it? I kind of think it detracts value. This funnels, man. I never have enough funnels. I'm very confident something in here is gonna bite me. Centerville Police Department. Centerville, Georgia. We should call this guy and be like, hey, I found your card in an old truck. You still around? Why are you calling me? I just found your card, man. Got a stapler back there too. All right, let's go see what good stuff is on the other side. Here's the old, looks like single barrel carb, which makes me think that we put a carb in it. Here's some nuts and bolts. Got a stapler. I don't know what that is. Here we go. We got some Mac tools for professional mechanics. Not even sure. Is that an iron? Here's the old radio. Here's my builder. Let's see what he's got going on. Lock the chain. We got another stapler. Got some snips, 10 snips. Looks like all the good stuff's in the middle, and I can't really reach it. I know someone's gonna want it, but I don't want it. So the inside, a little rough, but stuff. I should be able to find a seat for this. I wonder if the excavator's coming to break ground on the barn door, on the shop. I heard a Jake brake. It sounds like something big's coming. That might be what's happening. Kind of sounds like something big might be coming down the road. All right, we'll clean up this other side real quick, and then let's put some transmission fluid in there and try to get this thing running. Well, it runs. Now, if I find the registration in here, in Georgia, you can use the registration as a title. Because anything over than 1986, you don't need a title for, which is crazy, because in Pennsylvania, you need a title for anything. Didn't matter how old it was, you need a title for anything. That's my jump box. I gotta keep that. Jack. We'll keep that. I actually been looking, I need some of these to put for my tents over there. So we'll keep those. A lot of small chains. Not sure what to do with that. All right, something I just pulled out kind of reminded me of something. To this bag right here. Reminded me of one of the best things as a dad I've ever done. As a dad, we like to be prepared. And I was on an airplane, and I had a great idea. Barf bags for your kids to keep inside the car. You have no idea how many times these barf bags, and they're like, go on Amazon. They're like blue. They have like an oval like this, and when they throw up, you just twist them up, and it's awesome. It's the coolest thing ever. It's the greatest next level dad move in preparedness. If you don't have them, go get them. There we go. I should have found these first. They're brand new looking gloves. Look at this. Just look at, they're lined, like fleece lined gloves. Oh my gosh, this feels amazing. Oh, they're too small though, but I'll keep them around. It's a good pair of gloves. All right. I changed my mind about this surge protector. I don't really care about it. All right, let's put all the good stuff back in the toolbox. We'll deal with this stuff later. This is a cigarette that goes somewhere. I think these things might be valuable. I don't know. If we sell it, it's gonna keep the tires header on it. If we keep it, we gotta put new tires on it. These are all junk. I do want to, this one's pretty dope. Oh, there's like 3 more, oh no. I just put them in there. Okay, never mind. All right, so we got the truck pretty cleaned out. I mean, like, we got 7 bags of trash out of it. So that's a better spot. Let's let me show you how it sounds when you fire it up. Let's fire it up. Let's get it idling, and then let's put some transmission fluid in it. And it sounds pretty good. It was converted to electric fuel pump. That's cool. That's a cold engine. It sounds great. Oh, there's stuff behind the seat. Let's see what's back there. This thing. That's all trash. Chrome Louisville Slugger. Wow. Love it. I hear something going on up here. Nothing I know of. Gotta go, stuff's happening over here. And that is our excavator for the building over there. So we'll go over and we'll go see what's going on over there.
How you doing today?
What's up, David? Looks like we got the excavator out.
Yes, sir. Get it dropped off and we're gonna get to work hopefully before Thanksgiving.
Nice.
That's the plan.
The one time that these guys need to pull out of the road. Is there a way they can get around it?
Yeah, they're gonna pull in this driveway.
Okay.
We're gonna bypass them. And
Got it.
We're gonna back on up there.
Got it.
Yeah, I seen him coming. I heard him coming up the hill. I was like, that's an inconvenient time.
That's just bad timing for those
Yes,
guys.
sir. Yeah, I gotta.
That thing's running rubber belts?
Yes, sir. Yeah, it's they're pretty much like steel pads except they're rubber, so you can actually replace the individual pads.
Really?
Yeah, I like it. That's the first one I've ran that big on rubber pads, so
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
I'm pretty impressed with it.
Well, we gotta finish. I dug it out, but then it kept on filling up. So I gotta take out pull that whole dam off, then just dig a trench that goes that keeps it drained.
Oh, okay. Yes, sir.
Cool, sounds good. All right, I'll be up there when I'll come up check it out.
All right, man.
Not enough. Needs more. Almost. Yep. Guys, if you're wondering, you're like, Sean, you buy the coolest, most expensive, most valuable, dopest trucks on the farm channel. How do you do it? Well, a little bit of that help is because of our sponsor. And this video actually is sponsored by our boys over at Brooklyn Bedding. I've been sleeping in one of their beds for the past couple weeks now. Love it. Huge fan. So I've been sleeping on the queen size Aurora Luxe mattress. And it feels like you're sleeping in like a really exotic, really nice hotel. Just great feeling bed. I picked it up after taking their sleep quiz, which takes about 2 minutes to take. It made it clear that I like a firm mattress, but I like cooling technology, and I want something nice and soft on the top. And that's what led me to the pillow top version, which feels like I'm sleeping on a cloud. So it arrived in a box. We cut the box open, popped it out, and within like 2 minutes, it was completely undone. I really wanted a mattress that kept me cool at night and didn't start sagging after a few months, and that didn't cost $2,000 to buy. And that's exactly what they delivered. The cooling tech is the big deal for me. I'm normally a pretty hot sleeper, throwing the covers off, tossing around, but the Aurora Luxe Glacio Tech cooling covers and a foam layer that actually helps regulate temperature. I'm not waking up sweaty anymore. It's a huge win all around. So Brooklyn Bedding's been around since 1995. They build all their mattresses, start to finish, in their Arizona factory, right here in the United States. And because it's all done in-house, there's no middleman. So you get the highest quality materials at a very reasonable price. You also get a 120-night sleep trial, and if you don't like it, they'll pick up, they'll send it back. So again, big thanks to Brooklyn Bedding for sponsoring this video. If you're not sleeping as well as you think you could be, head to brooklynbedding.com or use the QR code right here or the link in the description, and you'll get 30% off of your mattress with code Sean's Farm. And if you buy one, let them know. They'll send you a post-purchase survey. I'm genuinely happy with my mattress, and I think you're gonna like it too. All right. You know what it is? It's so stupid. It's these stupid speakers. There we go, look at that. I should feel it. Go into reverse and shift. That's what I was hoping to feel. Well, check it. Yes! That feels strong. Let's take it for a spin. How you like that, man? This thing feels great. The suspension feels good. Let's clean that windshield. Check it, check it. Reverse. This thing idles. I told my wife, if I start driving this and she starts driving the Suburban, we've both just switched to 80s vehicles. Now we only drive 80s vehicles. Voltage, oil pressure. I'm hoping the temp gauge is not working because it's just pegged. It's not working. So we'll get that fixed. Also, it was getting real muddy last time my dad was here, so we built a little road using a crusher run. So last time they came out and I'm like, okay, I had a dirt guy and he threw like 4-inch. He's like, oh, people use 4-inch to make roads, and I didn't know what that meant, but it was 4-inch stone and they're ginormous and you trip on them. And so this next time I got crusher run. It looks like this. It's got really fine stuff and it's got like 1.5 or 2-inch stuff. And then it should all pack down pretty well. And once you get some water on there, it should pack down even better. But we made a nice little smooth. So now he can get in and out without getting stuck if it rains. So I'm pretty pumped about that. Look at that tire. That tire is smoked. So when this thing sat, it was right before it sat, it was a daily driver. And then it sat for a couple years and started getting a little rough. But it didn't sit for any major reason, I think it just needed a tune up or a water pump or something. Or a radiator or something like that. Now I don't know what the big difference is between the C20 and the C10. I know the C20s are not as desirable. Also, everyone wants short bed. I think the short beds look dumb looking. I think the long bed looks like a proper pickup truck to me. And then other than that, I guess it's just different axles because this has the same engine. It's got a 350. I guess it's just different axles. I mean, these are obviously 8 lug, so maybe you could tow a little bit more. This is an air-conditioned truck. It's got AC in it. It's not hooked up though. The lines are still there, but he's kind of put it away because he didn't put the AC bracket on when he did the engine swap. I would like to have the AC hooked up again. I still don't know if I'm gonna keep it or not. What do you guys think? Comment again. I haven't seen your comments because when I'm filming this, it's a couple weeks before or a week before you guys see it. No, actually, we're about a week out. So if you saw me do something, it probably just got done. So when you guys comment like, hey, do this thing, a lot of times I'm either still on the project or it's actually pretty helpful. So other than the radio, I don't think the wiring has really been messed with too much. Man, that is nice. Good looking truck right there. Let's put this back in the skid steer. It's taken me a long time, but to start making decisions like, if I don't do this thing right now, I'm gonna hate myself later for it. So I just try to do it right now. You see all this radio, see all these wires? This has gotta be all radio. Like, what is this? Like, that's radio wire, this is all from the radio. Fires up good. That was a funny sound. sure what that is. That might be an engine. That might be a motor mount or something. Man, this truck is awesome. What's nice about this is this truck is EMP proof. EMP happens. That's what every prepper is scared about, EMPs. If an EMP happens, all your new stuff's gonna be knocked out. Unless it was military. Military stuff is special brakes in the circuit that EMP apparently won't go through. So this truck is claiming 70,000 miles. Obviously that could be 170,000, that could be 270,000, who knows. Look at that. It looks awesome. Man, I love this truck. Before we get in deeper into this, let's go see what's going on with the excavator. I know what you guys are thinking. You're thinking, Sean, it's end of November. You're not even wearing a jacket. This is Center City, Memphis. This is how we do it in Memphis. Memphis, Tennessee. West side of Tennessee. This is how we do it. It's nice out here. We get a full season. This is fall. Fall should feel like this. Fall should feel like you wear pants, you wear a shirt, and then you have a hoodie every once in a while. You have a hoodie, you keep a hoodie in your truck, you wear it in the morning, you wear it in the evening. That's what fall should feel like. Not wintertime, New York, snow. It's been snowing for 3 months up in there. I think you might have been getting close to the other edge. Was he getting too close to the tree line? Huh? Was he getting too close to the tree line? I need a trailer like that. All right, so a couple days we'll be breaking ground on the barn dome. It should all happen pretty fast. I think we're getting the temporary power pole out here, so we should have power here. We don't quite have water yet, but we're getting close. Let's clean this mess up. There's a place I can just go drop off junk. I'll figure it out later. Let's just we'll bag this stuff up. I don't need any of it. It's important, if we're going to make this place somewhat livable, that we are able to drive around when it's raining outside. 81 Silverado. It's got a turbo 350 transmission. When I put it from neutral to drive, it kind of thumps in there. What's going on, and how do I fix it?
Sure, let's break that down a bit. What's happening with the transmission thump? It sounds like your 1981 Silverado with a turbo 350 TH350 transmission is giving you a noticeable clunk or thump when shifting from neutral into drive. That's a pretty common symptom that can come from a few different things. Possible causes: U-joints or drive shaft issues. Sometimes that thump feeling is actually from a worn universal joint, U-joint, on the drive shaft. When these get loose, the drive shaft can shift slightly and cause a clunk when you put the car into gear. Transmission mount or engine mounts: if the mounts are worn out, the transmission can move more than it should when you shift. That movement can cause a thump as well. Or internal transmission play or adjustment needed. Sometimes the TH350 can have a bit of internal wear, or it might need a band or linkage adjustment. If the fluid is low or old, that can also contribute to harsh engagement. Have a look at the drive shaft and see if the U-joints have any play. If they do, replacing them is usually straightforward and not too costly.
I think it feels pretty good.
Awesome. I'm glad that works for you.
Smells pretty good. I mean, looks all right. Looks like it's got new exhaust manifold gaskets. All right, well, let's take it back. Let me jump on the skid steer. I'm gonna try to clear that road up a little bit. I'm trying to get it. I messed with it a little bit when I started, and then my dad took over. He did a really good job at finishing it. I'm gonna see if I can get it. perfect. This truck almost has that style. There we go. That you would see a truck that was like parked in someone's yard, and there'd be like a tree, like flower, big giant flower pot in the back, and like that's just part of their lawn ornaments. But she runs pretty good. Let's go get in the skid steer. I do want someone who knows what they're doing, probably Bub, just to take a look at this and kind of dial it in a little bit. Bub can spend an hour and make this thing run a million times better. Because the people who worked on it before, they didn't really get it drivable because they never put even the transmission fluid in it. Oh, I put new brakes on it. That's what I did. I think I had all new brakes put on this and brake lines. Also, if we run into town, we need to go pull that, there's a fitting on that shear that I think I didn't think I blew it. Little gasket, so it's squirting out fluid. So we'll go grab that real quick after, if we go into town. And I like that truck. I thought I was always a Ford guy. My grandfather was a Ford guy, and I thought I was a Ford guy, and I don't own any Fords anymore. So I want to clean this up, clean that part up, smooth that part out, and have this real nice and perfect. Let's see if I can get it. I'm pretty happy with that. Maybe if I watch a few more how-to YouTube videos, I'll get even better, but shoot, you get skateboard on that. All right, let's let me show you the other thing I got. All right, so anytime you're buying a boy or a man, okay, if you're wondering what to buy, a boy or a man, any type of male, for any gift, Christmas, Father's Day, whatever, anniversary, you have two options. You have two options that are just so easy. Pocket knife, flashlight. Knife, any type of flashlight. Anything that cuts something, axe, saw, anything I can cut or that illuminates the nighttime. And every once in a while, you get an opportunity. You're like, I always like big flashlights. Well, I bought the biggest flashlight I could find, and for a killer deal. Check it out. This thing is awesome. It goes up super high up in the sky. This will illuminate 7 acres like it's daylight. It's the coolest thing. My builder was talking to me. He's like, cause I was telling him all these auctions, how I keep on finding cool stuff. So he started going to auctions too. And then he's like, I found one of these lights. I'm like, yo, if they have two, buy me one. It's got a Mitsubishi diesel so it's a generator. It's a pretty substantial generator with giant lights. $1,700. $1,700. Lumens per dollars. This is the best deal I've ever done. This is the cheapest flashlight I've ever bought. And it runs, like, I didn't do anything to it. It's got a big battery, and what I need to do is put like a tender, put like a, what are those things called? Solar panels on the top, so so make sure the battery's always good. But, all right, so glow plug. Let's try it. It says 30 seconds. 30 seconds, let's put it on for 30 seconds. One Mississippi, two Mississippi. I think if I hold it on long enough, this thing should like, should make a noise, but I've never heard any noise come out of this thing. I've also never held it for 30 Mississippi. All right, that's long enough.
What is that? Hey, you, where are you?
It sounds good. It's been recently serviced. My next service is in 200 hours. It's got 2,700 hours on it. These generators, I assume, can go 10,000 hours. So if we want to do motocross stuff at night or dirt bike stuff, or we have a job to do, we got to do it at night, I'm not limited by daylight now. I'm pumped about this. I got to figure out this glow plug situation. I'm pretty excited about this. You know what it is? It's the high idle. It's thumping in because the idle's so high. When the idle's nice and low, it doesn't thump into gear like that. I keep these farmer wrenches inside the skid steer. All right, let's talk about that topic everyone's thinking about. Christmas music. I can't stand it. I will accept the Christmas music. Hey, Dad. I'll accept Christmas music. Christmas Eve, Christmas Day. That's it. Not a day after, not a day before. I love Christmas. I love it. I love what it represents. Jesus, all that stuff. I just can't stand Christmas music. Anyone like me out there that feels the same way about it? I want to hear your opinion. Because on Sean's Farm, your opinion matters. All right, here's what we got going on. See that seal right there? That thing busting out? That guy? That's where it's leaking. It's squirting out there. So let's, all my adjustable wrenches are covered in mud. They don't seem to go as far as they, there we go. Okay, so this part is fine. The part I'm moving right now is fine. It's the piece that it goes into. What I need to do is buy like an O-ring kit or a seal kit, so I can fix this stuff. Yeah, that just kind of presses into there. But this guy, so it's end of the year now, and two things. I'm trying to wrap up the goals I set for last year, and now I'm trying to set new goals. Shoot. Now I'm trying to set new goals for myself. I see like parts of a seal that like blew out, but I don't see. I'm hoping that I'll take this to the guys and they'll be like, "Oh yeah, we know what you need." Like maybe it goes in there. Is that little groove right there? That little bevel. I'm hoping it goes in there. We'll take these two. But I'm in a working on my goals. But before you can work on your goals, you need to know what you want. And a lot of people don't know what they want. Like, it's kind of a funny thing, but you ask people, hey, what are your goals, man? Like, where do you want to be in 5 years, 10 years? A lot of people, they have no idea. They don't even think about it. Sometimes they don't feel like they've got the time and the luxury to stop and think about it. But here's the reality. If you don't, then you're not going to get there. You're going to get somewhere, but you might accidentally get somewhere you don't want to be, or you never planned on being, because you didn't actually plan on being anywhere. So I know you guys are better than that. I want you guys to have goals. So throw it down in the comments. I'm not telling you guys make a lot of comments. I want to hear them. I want to hear what your goals are. And think big. Let's see some big goals, something epic stuff. The other thing that used to really hold me up is like, well, do I think big or do I think reasonable? You know what I mean? Do I think obtainable? And I've recently got a good answer about that. And the answer is yes. Think big, and then rework your mind of how you can like actually obtain it. But your goal should be big. Your goal should not be easy. Your goal should not be 20% more. It should be 100% more. Well, I got distracted. We were headed to get that fitting for that piece, and then we got sidetracked. We took a load of trash to the trash place, and this thing runs good. We learned a little bit about it. It started, we stopped at a Dollar General, because that's what you do in the South, and it didn't start up very well. We'll try to start up in a second, see how that goes. Gas gauge it looks like it's working now when it's off. That's weird. Temperature gauge is not working right. And speedometer, it's kind of hit or miss. I think what I'll do is I'll keep it looking the way it looks. But I gotta fix the inside, because like the dash there's particles of the dash. Like this stuff is just so thin and crackly, and it's getting in my eyes. I gotta get the seat fixed. I wanna get the inside looking nice. I wanna get functioning, like these windows are, like it's just kind of loose. I don't know why it's loose, but this is real loose. So we'll get that cleaned up. There we go. What's cool about it, this stuff is cheap for this truck. I mean, look, like I think I looked up this door panel. It was like $80. So we'll find a seat. Between the seat, we'll get the red. That makes sense. We'll clean everything else up, put a coat of polish on there. This will be a good farm truck. Let's see if it starts. Look, the bed's not rusted out. I wonder, I know you guys think it's crazy. I wonder if a PDR guy can get this. Those PDR guys are pretty good. They can do some pretty impressive things. So maybe they can get that out. Let's see if it fires up. Also, all these wires and stuff like that, to tear all that stuff out. I don't need a radio. It does need, I think the carburetor needs adjusted. I think it's just a truck vibrating. I'm not sure what's happening next week. Might be digging out that pond. Might be fixing the truck. Hopefully, we'll be starting up on the thing over there. I hope you guys had a good Thanksgiving. Spend a lot of time with your family. That's what's valuable. See you guys next time on Sean's Farm. New truck. Oh, we need a name for this thing. Come up with a name. It's very white. Burnt marshmallow. Throw that. Did we name it Burnt Marshmallow?